I asked rich people what they do at 20. Everyone said the same thing. Let me ask you something. If you suddenly lost everything tomorrow, no money, no connections, no status, and you had to start again at 20 years old, what would you do? Because I asked people who were already rich, founders, investors, high earners, different industries, different personalities, and weirdly, they all said the same thing. I didn't ask because I'm obsessed with money. I asked because I kept feeling behind. Like, I'm studying, I'm working, I'm trying to improve myself, but I still had this quiet panic of, am I wasting my 20s? So I started asking people who already made it, if you were 20 again, what would you do differently? And at first, the answers sounded boring, until I realized why they mattered. Every single one said some version of this. If I were 20 again, I'd stop chasing money and start stacking skills. Not hustle harder, not grind nonstop, not get rich fast. Skills. And I know, that sounds basic, so I pushed back. Because why would someone rich say that? Here's what they explained. Most people at 20 chase money because they're scared. Scared of being broke, scared of being behind, scared of disappointing their parents or themselves. So they ask, what job pays the most? What side hustle is trending? How do I make money fast? But rich people told me something uncomfortable. Money made them less focused at 20 because they chased short-term cash instead of long-term leverage. They said the real flex at 20 isn't income, it's optionality. What stacking skills actually means. This is where most advice gets vague, so let's make it real. Stacking skills means building abilities that compound over time, transfer across careers, and make you hard to replace. Examples they gave: communication, writing, sales, tech literacy, problem solving, leadership, learning how to learn. Not degrees, not titles, skills you can prove. Think about school for a second. 2 students, same major. One just studies to pass exams. The other explains concepts online, builds small projects, takes feedback seriously, learns how to present ideas clearly. 5 years later, same start, very different outcomes. That's skill stacking. But here's the part no one talks about. Skills don't grow when you're comfortable. The discomfort phase. Every rich person mentioned this. At 20, they felt confused, underqualified, slow, embarrassed. One guy told me, I felt dumb for 5 years straight. But that's the cost. When you're learning skills, you look behind before you look ahead. And most people quit here because it feels like failure. It's not. It's training. The biggest mistake people make at 20. This one hit hard. They said the biggest mistake wasn't bad decisions. It was waiting. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting for motivation. Waiting for confidence. Rich people move while confused. Poor mindsets wait for clarity. Clarity comes after action, not before. Actionable step number 1. Pick one skill. If you're 20-ish, do this. Pick one skill to go all in on for the next year. Not 10, not everything. 1. Ask, does this skill increase my leverage? Can I practice it weekly? Will it matter in 5 years? Then commit. Messy, imperfect, public if possible. Actionable step number 2, build in public. This scared me at first, but every rich person said it mattered. Share what you're learning. Post progress. Document, don't flex. Because opportunities don't come from perfection. They come from visibility. Someone sees your work. Someone trusts your process. Someone opens a door. That's how it actually happens. And then they said something that changed how I see my 20s. The real goal of your 20s. Your 20s are not for winning. They're for positioning. You're not late. You're early.
This decade is about learning fast, making mistakes, figuring out what you don't want, building a base. The money comes later, and when it comes, it sticks. Burnout and balance reality check. One more thing. They didn't say, work 24/7, never rest, sacrifice everything. Burnout kills skill growth. Rest is part of the process. Consistency beats intensity. Always. Final truth. If I had to summarize everything they told me, at 20, your job isn't to be rich, it's to become capable. Capable people always land on their feet. So here's what I want you to write down tonight. One skill you want to build, and one small way to practice it this week. That's it. No pressure, no comparison. We're not behind. We're building. Let's level up together.